Hey, so I'm on week 4, and I wanted to give an update of what's been going on because I kind of didn't do an update last week. Honestly, the last 2 weeks, I've been really struggling, and this week I barely made it through work. By the time Friday, it was a miracle that I made it through Friday. But one of the things that I kept thinking of when this last week, it's at the workshop I just went to. There was the comment made of when you're struggling, it means you're growing. And so that's what I kept telling myself. I'm struggling because I'm growing. I'm struggling because I'm growing. But I'm growing in what? Was kind of like the next question I had for myself. Because usually it's like if I'm going out of my comfort zone, that's a struggle. You're growing to enlarge your comfort zone. I wasn't doing that. I was just going about my normal day. Work has been stressful, and I've been very spread thin and all over the place, not getting like what I need done. So I know that's been kind of contributing. Schoolwork has started, so that's been kind of contributing too. And then it just ends up that everything just feels like chaos. I just want like a day to myself. I'm like, I just need the world to stop. Just for one day, stop, give it to myself. But it's not going to happen. And so I'm thinking, well, what's the point in struggling if you don't know what you're struggling and what you're growing for? And so last week, it's when it hit me. So on Friday, I was thinking about this. So last Friday, sorry, I'm jumping around. I've got 2 weeks to cover. I'm jumping around. So last Friday, it hits me. I'm like, what am I doing different this week that I didn't do the 2 weeks before? Because the first 2 weeks were going great. Everything was going. I was meeting my goals. I was writing that gratitude journal. I was feeling wonderful. I wasn't struggling. And then these last 2 weeks, I think I've only met the goal maybe 3 times. Written in the gratitude journal 4 times. I mean, like, it's not consistent last 2 weeks at all. So like, what is different? What is different? And I started to realize I did not play my music at all that week. And so you might be wondering, like, what do I mean by my music? I have this playlist that's called My Happy Music, and it is full of songs that I love. They're just songs that just make me feel excited and happy. And they kind of make me want to dance. It's currently full of Conbro chill and Bollywood songs, but it'll change as I find new songs and I'm like, oh, I love this song. It goes in my happy list. And I usually will play that after work on my drive home. I didn't do it at all. I think I did it twice this week. Once I realized I haven't played this music, I did that. But then what else? I'm like, okay, well, I haven't taken my multivitamin. And I already know that nutrition is really helpful for when you are struggling through depression. Because it's one of the things that you kind of stop doing, taking care of yourself. So having that nutrition, and I already mentioned earlier that I'm a horrible eater, so I take multivitamins, but I wasn't taking those. And then I started thinking, okay, well, what else have I not been doing? And then it occurred to me, I haven't been reading my scriptures. I am a spiritual person, and I'm a firm believer that all aspects of your life needs to be taken care of, especially if you're struggling through depression. And so for me, reading my scriptures nightly, going to church, praying, that's as important to me as eating right, taking those showers, and getting out of the house and being social. I mean, all aspects need to be taken care of. And I know spirituality is different for everybody, but for me, that's what it is. And I was like, oh, I haven't done any of that. So this week, I've already learned what have I been doing differently. So this week, I was like, oh, I'm going to incorporate them in. Well, that didn't happen really either. But a few days here and there, I was able to incorporate some things in. But things don't happen overnight. That's just the reality. Things don't happen overnight. And the reality is, I didn't meet all my goals like I'm supposed to be doing. But I learned. So I think that's something that's really important to be doing, is always kind of evaluating. Okay, here's my journey so far. Here's what I've been doing. Here's what I haven't been doing. Here's how I've been feeling. And even feeling like, here's what I've been doing. Here's how I'm feeling. Just constantly evaluating so you know if you're doing what you need to do or if you need to change. So in my case, I need to change. Because I stopped doing 3 things that I know were helpful for me. And so I'm taking this weekend, focus on me, and I'm going to get everything in order, because like I was working on getting my apartment in order, which hasn't really happened either. I mean, like everything has felt like chaos. Work, school, life, everything has been chaos. So I'm like, okay, the world's not going to stop, but I'm going to stop. This weekend I'm stopping. I'm going to do what I need to do, get everything in order, and start new tomorrow. Start new on Monday. Every day is a new day, just to start fresh. So I encourage you to take a look at what you're doing in your life that makes you happy. And if you're not doing it, think of ways that you can bring it in little by little. Sometimes jumping in, it's not very sustainable. It doesn't last, but you can bring it in little by little, make it a little bit more sustainable. So yes, share what you are doing that you love or what makes you happy. All right, thanks for listening.